Good evening and welcome back to Frame of Midlife. It's Tuesday evening and this evening we are getting ready for Powercuts. Not that I expect any to be happening immediately. However, in days of old, when I first started thinking about being prepared and prepping and stuff and things, I subscribed to a website, and the website is called the National Energy System Operator. I will put a link in the details below. Now, I had completely forgotten about that, and obviously so had my emails, because it was only today that I found out that they had sent an email to me, which went into my junk folder. And I was like, oh, what's this? And this was a notice that the energy grid could not keep up with capacity. The capacity was below the levels set out in the legislation. So they have to put a notice out to warn businesses, people, etc., whoever subscribes, basically. And this commencement time of this problematic time when there possibly wasn't going to be enough energy for requirements was supposed to start at 4:30 on Monday the 14th, so yesterday. So the email had been sent out at 12:09. There was then another email sent out at 2:09, cancelling that problematic time. So I'm presuming they either bought some more electricity from somewhere, or they managed to find something, or it got a bit windier in the wind farms or something. However, I do seem to remember that back in the time when there were more notices coming out, there was a whole story of how the energy companies or the national grid had to buy electricity from France or something, and it was extortionate price-wise because they had to buy it as an emergency, which of course gets reflected in our bills. And so I was like, oh, okay, so I need to go and dig out my power cut basket and make sure that everything's there. I've now taken my power pack upstairs to my bedside so that it's getting plugged in, because that's just a socket. There's a double socket there. I use one for my bedside light. The other one just sits empty most of the time, so the power pack is up there recharging. So yeah, I was like, okay, I need to get ready. Now, the reason that I am like, oh, I'm going to go and get ready now, is the last time I got one of these was in 2022. That was the last time one of those notices came out. Now, I'm pretty sure in 2022 we had quite a few power cuts. I'm quite sure I possibly even had one. So this is definitely a thing. I'm having a thing. And as you know, I don't ignore things. But to have this suddenly appear after 2 years, this is the first notice that's been sent out after 2 years. As I say, the last one was 2022. This one was Monday. Granted, it was cancelled within a couple of hours. A lot of the time it normally is, because they go buy extortionate electricity from somewhere. But yeah, definitely something that we need to be looking at here in the UK, because if they're doing that now and it's October, if we get a really cold winter, that could be very problematic, because a lot of people will be, there's people switched now to heat pumps, there's more electric cars, electric heating will be getting switched on, etc., etc. So yeah, I think it would be a good plan for you to check on your power cut basket, your power cut bag, whatever it is, and get yourself ready. Mine obviously has blankies, because I have blankets everywhere. I have a wind-up lantern, I have a wind-up radio, I have books, I have candles. So yeah, I've got the basics for when we're there, and we all know where the big torch lives. And I also have a small torch in my bag. It was one of Dad's, it's about that long, and it just lives in my bag all the time. So basically, wherever I am, normally my handbag is as well. So I'm pretty good no matter what happens. But yeah, that is definitely something I think if you're in the UK, you want to be looking at. As I say, I will put the link for the website below so that you can also subscribe, and then you can get the emails as well, which supposedly give you advance warning. Most of the time they're cancelled, as far as I can see, but if they're struggling, you know, it's always good to know. I like to be pre-prepared. So yes, now while I'm still living comfortably with my electric lighting and my electric kettle, I'm going to go make more tea. Catch you later.